What's going to be popular with us this weekend is just accepting the moisture.
Yeah, we'll take it in lower temperatures. And we had some big thunderstorms yesterday in Silver City. More than 3 inches of rain fell at the Trout Fire burn scar just to the northeast of the Silver City area, with, by the way, a vehicle washed up in Racone on I-25 just east of Hatch with these storms, which have since kind of just dissipated off to the west generally. Some light showers kind of still meandering off to the east, but they're dissipating as they get closer toward the Rio Grande Valley. Gallup all the way toward Deming. Some periodic light showers, those clouds moving off to the northeast into the northeast highlands. Here's a live look at Silver City. The roadway conditions are drier, but still some puddles in some areas because, yeah, at least a quarter of an inch of rain fell at the Silver City Airport and surrounding areas. Your air temperature right now, 57 degrees, an 8-mile-per-hour wind, and an 89% relative humidity value. 36 in Alamosa, chilly out there. Probably not quite as chilly as yesterday's morning low of 26, the coldest temperature since May 20th. Meanwhile, we're at 64 in places like Carlsbad, as well as Albuquerque, 51 in Santa Fe, 54 Clayton, 46 in Raton, 53 in Farmington, and 65 at the TRC. So generally temperatures a little bit warmer compared to this time yesterday for at least most locations. Warming up this afternoon, eventually reaching the low 80s in Albuquerque, but we are going to be seeing thunderstorms to your west, cooling things off by the even later parts of the afternoon in the 60s in Camado and also in Gallup after reaching the low to mid 70s. 80s meanwhile in Clayton, and we may be close to 90 degrees in far southeast New Mexico, but mostly 70s and 80s across our viewing area today. Ruidoso will start to cool off later in the afternoon because of a better chance of flash flooding thunderstorms. A very low chance of that, but a better chance of that once again around Silver City. That slight chance of flooding issued by the Storm Prediction Center just basically means at least a few storms from Silver City to Deming and Hidalgo County and Lordsburg are likely going to produce some form of flooding. So tracking those thunderstorms, they'll really start to get going once again by the later parts of the afternoon. These reds, by the way, symbolizing some hail. We had some hail reports in places like Silver City yesterday. Those storms will migrate far to the northeast compared to what we saw yesterday, clipping the West Mesas of Albuquerque, and pop-up showers and storms may pop up in the southern Sacramento Mountains just south of Ruidoso, but we can't rule out a stray shower or two. Most of those storms to the west will dissipate overnight with a linear band of thunderstorms starting to form near Albuquerque and Gallup all the way through Ruidoso tomorrow morning. And then those storms will really get going tomorrow, moving along I-25 into western New Mexico, into Farmington, Durango, into the high elevations. Chilly rain, wet snow may mix in, and some thunderstorms once again impact Ruidoso. Roswell, Tucumcari, one of the wettest monsoons on record, and more chances of rain ahead. Carlsbad will also get some rain. So a very rich plume of moisture because of this low pressure to the southwest. So the monsoon on its last leg, and we're going to continue to see more thunderstorms not only today, but into tomorrow, into the weekend. Tomorrow's monsoon meter, an 8 out of 10. More widespread showers and rumbles of thunder. Gusty thunderstorms moving to the north-northeast, flooding and hail more likely, and the rain will continue even into Sunday. Now, for your Saturday, again, your day tomorrow, there's a better chance of flash flooding from Santa Fe towards southern New Mexico, as the Storm Prediction Center has a slight risk of flash flooding. By the way, again, some of those storms may also pack a punch with other severe weather impacts. And Sunday, that threat migrates a little bit to the east, including the East Mountains, as well as parts of southeast New Mexico. The amount of rain that we'll see all the way through the end of the weekend to early next week, looking pretty impressive from Albuquerque, Santa Fe, between a half an inch and an inch of rain potentially. Ruidoso, Roswell, all the way into the Four Corners, many areas getting at least a half an inch to close to an inch of precipitation. Some of that in the form of snow in the Wolf Creek area. Temperatures dropping in Durango in the 60s for high temperatures on Sunday. Pagosa Springs, yeah, not too far away in the high elevations, what snow may mix on in, but hotter and drier next week. Farmington and Gallup and Cuba, temperatures reaching mostly the 70s and low 80s, but then cooler tomorrow into Sunday. And Glenwood, Alamogordo, and Deming, please be careful with the arroyos, the flooding. When thunder roars go indoors off to your east from Lordsburg to Alamogordo, Ruidoso to Lovington, storms will migrate, especially tomorrow toward the east, knocking temperatures in Roswell in the 70s on Sunday, but hotter and drier next week, back in the 90s eventually. Clayton, Las Vegas, and Mora, temperatures on either side of the 80-degree mark, then cooler tomorrow, especially into Sunday. And Red River, Angel Fire, not as chilly this morning, not as chilly tomorrow morning. More thunderstorms ahead, knocking temperatures back down. Santa Fe expects some rainfall. Moriarty, Cedar Crest, and Dia Park, temperatures on either side of 70. And from the north to south valley of Albuquerque, temperatures generally in the low to mid 80s. Will be cooling down ahead and then warming up by next week.
Yeah, so Mother Nature is getting the memo. Thursday, as we start to lead into Friday, first week in a balloon fiesta, let it be sunny.
Yeah, clear and chilly mornings though.
All right, exactly. Fiesta weather.
Right?
Yeah, thanks a lot, Ryan.